How's it going? Now we're starting to get towards winter now. We've had a few days of frost and snow over the last week, which unfortunately means that a lot of mushroom species will be gone now until next year. But that of course doesn't mean that there's nothing left to find. And on this sort of old rotting wood here, there are actually a few common bonnet mushrooms. So I'll start off snapping a few photos of these. I'm going to put the 90mm on because the 30mm that's currently on is not necessary for this shot. I want more of a close-up, not a wide shot. So I'll find there's probably 3 or 4 different photos I can get along here, a few different interesting scenes. I'm going to start off with this one nearest to me here. So using the flexible tripod that I usually use for these kind of shots, because I want to try and get the camera sort of low, looking up at it, capture the underside. And then that one I think is going to be a little bit too boring. I don't think there's much of a shot to get there, but there is a bigger one around there. You can see there's a couple more along here. Got one there, nice one down there. So I'll snap a photo of a couple of them, see which ones turn out best. And I'm going to have a look and see how it looks in landscape, because I've been quite liking landscape shots recently. I'll move back a little bit. I think it looks okay in landscape, but it's not as low as I'm after. So I think I'll take this and then I'll go portrait and get a more detailed focused shot. This one's probably just more of a scenic photo. Okay, now that's taken and I'll switch to portrait. Let's see if I can get something to work here. I think this is looking decent. You can see quite a bit more of the underside of it this way. Alright, now I'll move along to the next one. Let's decide which one to do now. Probably this other low down one. Just going to do portrait of this one, I think, because it's quite similar to the other one. Don't think a landscape one's necessary. Let's see what else there is. There's this sort of more juvenile one here, but I don't know quite how I'd get a photo of it with where it is. I think the tripod, the proper tripod that is currently being used for filming, might be too high, but I might try it once I've got everything I can with this flexible one. I'll give this one a try. Now this one's a little bit more aged, but it actually makes it almost more interesting because it's a little bit flared and you can really see all the detail of the gills there. And I'll have a little look if I can do something with this one as well. I'm not sure if there's much to do here. Let me just adjust this tripod a little bit. I'll try and get it pointing up enough. Change the settings a little bit. There's something there. It's not quite as nice as some of the others, but still interesting. Okay, now I think I'll have a little try with the taller tripod, see what I can do. See if there's anything for those higher up ones that I spotted. So I don't even need to bother putting the camera on to see the tripod is a bit too tall for it. You can see the mushroom itself there. It's just not going to work, but it probably wouldn't have been that good of a shot anyway, so I'm not too upset about that. So now I've got all this more rotting wood and fallen trees and stuff around here that I'm going to start looking at. See if there's any more mushrooms around. Maybe slime mold. I might start having a look under some pieces of wood as well, because sometimes you find a few little insects hiding under there, springtails maybe, and see what else there is. I've just come to the same spot where I filmed the 30-minute challenge recently. I thought I'd do the same thing and just turn up some wood and see what's underneath, just in case there's anything different or interesting. And I found this little beetle. I'm not exactly sure what species it is. If you can just about see it there, it's pretty tiny. But I spent a little while getting the camera in place. I did this, without filming because it was so fiddly. So I'll get this to take now, and I'll just wait for it to complete the stack. As you can see, we're working at 1/4 of a second exposure for every frame, so this only works because it's so cold that insects are pretty much in hibernation now. They're not really going to move at all, as they don't have the energy to do so. So I can just be patient and let this take without any real concern of the beetle waking up and wandering off. And you can see now the stack's complete, so I'll stop it, and hopefully that'll turn out alright. And now let's see what else there is around here. Still the same location, and if you saw the video I mentioned earlier, the 30-minute challenge one, you'll probably recognise this find. This is Lachnum fungus. It's a small white cup fungus that's always covered in little droplets. This is actually the same piece of wood that I found it on as well. It's the same sort of cluster, but obviously it's progressed and changed since then. So I found this nice little landscape scene here using the 90mm. Now I want to put the teleconverter on, and I want to focus on that small cluster to the left, as I feel like it's just separated enough that I should be able to isolate it and make it into its own scene, which I feel like should turn out pretty nicely. Yeah, now I've got the teleconverter on and I have successfully managed to isolate that cluster, so I'll start taking that. It's going to take a little while because it's quite a deep stack and quite a long exposure for every frame as well. So I'll just patiently wait until that's complete, and that should do. I'd just gone to put this piece of wood back and then spotted a different species of Asco fungi on here as well. It's even tinier than Lachnum. Really struggled. That's full magnification with the teleconverter on. But I found something that looks alright in the end. It's nothing that's really that photogenic, but because it's a different species, I still wanted to snap a photo of it, especially this time of year when there's not many species to find. You can see I'm at 1/2 second exposure there, so I really struggled, especially with how windy it is. Motion blur has been a bit of a pain here, but I think it'll turn out alright, so I'll move on. I don't want to waste too much time on it. I've come to the end of my walk now pretty much, so I did actually just get a couple of nice photos of springtails, which I completely forgot to record, so I'll shove the photos in now so you can still see them, but it's annoying I've got no behind the scenes of it. But other than that, I think I'm done. Not found a whole lot. I say it's the end of the season now, it's all gone. Frost's got rid of 90% of the fungi, so probably a bit of a shorter one, and anything I film from now on until spring will probably be a bit of a short video unless we get some proper snow and frost again that I'm able to photograph. That is an interesting subject all on its own. So I guess it's time to call it a day now, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and stick around for more.